Guess it's working. The last video blog I did was on July 30th. Today is August 13th, and I thought I'd give you an update. I'm doing wonderfully. Now, my angioplasty and the stents in my heart, the two stents in my heart, and the diagnosis of diabetes type 2 and the insulin injections and all that jazz was done on July 23rd. So it hasn't even been a month. Today is the 13th of August. So, if I can add correctly, and I can, 1, 2, 3, as long as I have my fingers and toes. I'm doing great. Absolutely great. Every day I have more energy. Every day I feel better. Every day I'm getting back to my old self. I do have on my reading glasses right now, but I use them for reading. In that short time since July 30th, when I told you that I had to use two kinds of glasses, basically two sets of reading glasses. One, which was a lower strength for seeing distance, and one which was a higher strength for seeing, for reading. And then it was virtually impossible for me to read, and I'm an avid reader. So that was it was like a gift that was taken away. I also do an internet radio show, and it made it impossible to do those shows because everything that I used was small and was difficult to read. The music files, everything. And my world got smaller. And that's not good. Your world needs to be getting bigger, don't you think? Not smaller. And my ability to do anything was just decreasing regularly, routinely. And as I told you before, I would sleep when I don't normally. I have been a known chronic insomniac all my life, all my adult life for sure. And it got to the place I was just falling asleep in the middle of the afternoon at odd times. Not when you're supposed to, not like at nighttime, but I would fall asleep then too. And that's the fatigue that is a sign of something wrong. Now, it can be the sign of something wrong that isn't your heart and isn't diabetes. If you have fatigue, chronic fatigue, you may have something that needs to be looked into. So pay attention to your own body. When you start noticing these things, pay attention. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I've stayed on this great diet of amazing cottage cheese. Stir fries, they're great. That's a really great way to get a little more creative with all the beautiful colors of the different bell peppers, orange and yellow and red and green, and sweet Vidalia onions or any onion that you like, and just a little bit of meat, and it's amazing. And I don't even spoon it over rice or noodles right now because I'm still a little concerned about the carbs, and the reason is not the caloric intake. It's really not about calories as much. It's about the fact that carbohydrates break down in your body as sugar. And since sugar is already sugar, then you add the carbs to it, you're on your way, especially at a certain age, to diabetes type 2. And it's not healthy anyway, regardless. And so I'm eating things that are seasoned with nothing but Mrs. Dash, or a very light, low-fat, zero-calorie, virtually non-existent Italian dressing. And when I say I drizzle that on things, just for flavor. And Mrs. Dash, the table blend, I use that after I've cooked it. I use the Mrs. Dash that has garlic and herb flavoring to cook. And not one dab of salt goes in my body. The reason I know that is because I don't get prepackaged foods or canned foods that I used to. And if I do get something prepackaged, frozen, I make sure that I read the label to see what's in it, because if they don't put in sugars or it's low carbs, you may find out that the sodium content is super high. That's not good either. You're going to retain water. It's not healthy. Please read labels on everything. That's the key. The key is buy fresh vegetables or buy things that you read everything that is on the label about that particular food, whether it's a muffin. And oh my goodness, I never liked, muffins were okay. I am a bran muffin-aholic, because a big muffin, and you know how they come like that, those really big muffins, that's actually 3 servings of carbs for me, 45 to 60 carbs. So a third of that is like a small muffin. And I love that. I will have that for breakfast, lunch, and sometimes dinner. That's my treat. It's delicious. And don't know if my taste buds have changed or if I've just opted for my taste buds to change. You can do that, mind over matter. You really can. It's a lot is up here that takes care of everything in here, you know? And you just have to pay attention. Pay attention. I don't care how old or young you are. Especially if you're young, pay attention now. Start this now so that you don't have to then do a crash course like I'm doing. Start it young. Teach your children good eating habits. Tater tots, French fries, fast food, cut it out. Juice boxes, not good. Apple juice, not good. Teach them to drink, like, and eat good things, good healthy things. When they start early, they will not know the difference. They will think, hey, this is good. This sherbet is my ice cream, things like that. Sugar-free Jell-O, sugar-free chocolate pudding. There are many ways you can treat your children without treating their bodies poorly and teaching them bad habits, and also making their taste buds desire things that aren't healthy for them. So start young. Start your children young, your grandchildren in my case. And then if you're older, like me, 57, that's not old. Really, it isn't. But if you're getting, of a certain age, you've got to buck up. You've got to say, when I have Thanksgiving dinner this year, and I make my children's favorite dressing that has tons of the wrong thing in it, there may be healthier ways to do it. So this year for Thanksgiving, the turkey, healthy already, very healthy for you to eat turkey. But the dressing, and you may call it stuffing, is going to be done a little differently, and I hope my kids still like it. But if they don't, they're going to have to learn to, because I insist that you guys take care of your bodies, and then you feel good. I have children who are runners who compete in marathons. I have all across the board healthy children and grandchildren. When it comes to their physical bodies, they're strong. But their mother and their Mimi was not a good role model when it came to that, because I'm that mom, like Italian moms or Jewish moms. I'm an Irish mom, but I'm that mom that's like, eat. Oh, are you hungry? Here, let me fix this for you. Homemade mashed potatoes with lots of butter and sour cream, because that makes a big difference. And use canned milk. Don't use, bottled milk. Certainly not skim milk. Condensed milk. Not condensed. Is it condensed? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Anyway, canned milk, like pet milk. That's what I used for mashed potatoes. Tasted delicious. But my goodness, the calories, the fat, the cholesterol, gotta stop. So we're going to do a lot of veggies, and it's going to be delicious. You're going to love it. You'll be surprised with the right seasoning. And onions and peppers season things, and maybe you don't like onions and peppers, but cook them with your meats or with your veggies, and you take them out if you don't like to eat them. You should like to eat them, though. They are scrumptious. But if you don't like it, take them out. But it will have seasoned your food. And Mrs. Dash, I live on every kind of Mrs. Dash you can imagine, because I do not use salt at all. And I used regular table salt. I used sea salt. I used salt. Now, I wasn't my husband Randy and I had already started cutting back on salt. Wasn't that big a deal for me. But because I cooked for others, I would season it to their taste more than mine. But no more salt. None at all. It's simply Mrs. Dash. And the I can't believe it's butter. That's the one. I can't believe it's not butter. That's the one where I used to do shed spread, the country crock shed spread. Now it's, I can't believe it's not butter. And I can't believe I still only put a half teaspoon in, but it works. So that's an update. Doing well. And I go to see the cardiologist this Thursday. Today's the 13th, 16th. I go to see the cardiologist and see how I'm doing there. But I expect a good report. My body's already telling me my energy level is there. My emotional level, by the way, not only sleep and fatigue, but depression is often a symptom of something actually physiological. And you may attribute it to, maybe I need to be on Prozac, or you may attribute it to simple depression. If it's chronic and it continues, it may indicate that there's something physiologically wrong with you, which means in your body, not just in your mind, So, pay attention. And if you don't have health insurance, and unfortunately, we don't have universal health care yet, then you can test these things yourself with your own body. You can start eating right, and when you see that your energy level has picked up, your sleep habits have started working better. When you just feel better, your body will tell you. Don't let it get so far that you have to inject insulin or go have surgery done like I did. Just pay attention to your body and to your mind. It'll help you. It will take care of you if you take care of it. So do that, okay? All right. Till next time, my next update, I'll sign off now, and I'll be back because I want you to take the journey with me, okay? Bye for now.